to another episode of the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev. Thank you for joining us once again. We very much appreciate you tuning into the show. Kev, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, my brother. How are you?
I'm chilling, big dog. Hey, today we are reviewing the film American Made. It's rated R, has a runtime of 1 hour and 55 minutes. This film is an action. It is based on a true story about the life of a gentleman by the name of Barry Seal. He was a pilot. He went to work for the CIA. And he actually got into drug running as well.
Got recruited into
drug running in the 1980s.
All right. This film was directed by Doug Liman, who brought us Edge of Tomorrow. He's also responsible for producing the Bourne Identity films. This film stars Tom Cruise, Donald Gleason, Jesse Plemons, and Sarah Wright. Let's look at the trailer.
Let's do it.
Roscoe dug this up in the backyard. There are bills blown around everywhere.
I'll rake it up in the morning.
ATF, drop your weapons!
Guns, drugs, money laundering.
Did y'all know that caddies have more trunk space than any other car? I'll get each and every one of you a caddy for your troubles. See, I'm gonna walk out of here. There ain't a damn thing any one of you can do about it.
He's free to go.
Wait a minute. The boy should have taken the caddies.
I was working for the CIA, the DEA, and Pablo Escobar.
1,500 kilos.
That's
1,500 kilos, Barry.
in one go.
Get it done.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Cruise is definitely beginning to show his age, but I don't really see that as a bad thing. He is starting to mature, and as he matures, the roles that he is choosing for himself really kind of start to mature as well. He's moving away from just the basic action hero type role and doing something a little bit more complex. And that's what we have here in American Made.
Yes, yeah. So I would agree with you in terms of aging, in terms of maturity, for sure. Still looks great on camera though.
Yeah.
You know, physically he looks pretty much the same to me. But you know, Tom is Tom, man. He's a veteran. He's going to deliver. He delivers in this film. It's no different than any other time or just about anything else that we see him in. And just in general, really, the cast is great. I like Donald Gleason. He was really good in this film. Very interesting character that he portrays. Now, the problem that I have with the film is just when you go into a certain space like this, right? If you say, okay, I'm going into that drug trafficking space, CIA, Medellin cartel, South America, drug running, all that kind of stuff. We've seen some kick-ass films that go into that space, okay? The number one film that kept coming to my mind is Blow, all right? That's the standard.
Right.
Then you have films like Traffic. Okay, and then most recently you have the Netflix series like Narcos.
Right.
These are all outstanding projects, and so the problem with
American Made really kind of plays on the outskirts of all of that.
it does, and I may be wrong on this, but I almost want to say that Barry Seal's character the man may have even been portrayed in Blow, or a very similar person like him doing something like that. So where I'm going with this, I've seen it already. I've seen it before. Not only have I seen it before, I've seen it done very well. And so when that happens, even though for me American Made is a pretty good film, it's okay.
Yeah.
It just, when I line it up against those other projects that I just mentioned, it struggles. Okay,
No.
it struggles for me.
I'll give you that. I understand exactly what you say, and I'll agree with you, because for me, the film that this movie most directly seems to be kind of based on is Goodfellas. Okay, you take a film like Goodfellas, which was a Martin Scorsese classic, okay, and you try to kind of redo that in a more modern era. It just doesn't really work as well. You know, Tom Cruise does the best that he can, but you know, he's not Robert De Niro. You know, he's not Joe Pesci. He's not even Ray Liotta.
No,
Okay.
not at all. Although
But he does a good job, though.
Yeah, I didn't get Goodfellas out of this, but you know.
I'm not surprised.
Hey, but listen, all around again, the acting was great. But this film just it was just like meh for me. I mean, it's like it kind of drug along, and again, like I said, a lot of the things that happened, I was like, I know the story, I've seen this already. So it just kind of that's really all I have on this, Kev. I mean, quality-wise. Right, the way it was shot, it's done very well. I mean, it's everything is shot very well. I mean, it's solid.
Doug Liman. It's Doug Liman. He's gonna do good work.
Yeah,
he always does.
So no problems there. I guess you were saying my biggest issue is just with the story. It was just the story wasn't very engaging to me. It's probably my thing, but that's really all I got. Kev, anything else before we throw points on this?
No, I really appreciated the humor in this film. There's a lot of humor to be had, a lot of chuckles going around, and everyone in the audience seemed to really appreciate it as well. I think you will too. It's not just violence, it's not just action. There's some humor, and there's a little bit of heart to it as well, because we see how everything impacts his family as well as him. You know, as he's going through the process of working for the CIA and then being recruited into Medellin cartel and so on and so forth. So, I thought it was humorous as well.
Okay, yeah, there's some funny in there. So can we throw some points on it?
Yeah.
All right, hey, this film was it's good for all the reasons that I just mentioned. Is it worth you checking out? Yeah, I think it's worth checking out. Ultimately, it passes the test. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie as well. I did appreciate the moments of levity in it and the humor. You see Tom Cruise in a way that you don't typically see him in. He's not the good guy necessarily in this film. You may actually even hate him as the film goes along. But I would give this film an 8 out of 10. I think you should check it out.
All right, you got a 7 from me. You got an 8 from Kev. Ultimately, what? You decide. Hey, subscribe to this channel. Click on that little subscribe button. Tell somebody. Tell somebody about us. Spread the word of who we are and what we do. You can get with us on social media. We're on Instagram and Twitter at The Movie Brothers. We have a Facebook group. We keep it live in there too. Basically, your friends and your family, if they like film like we all do, right? Then you need to add them to the list. And then, Kev, can you tell them about our website?
Yeah, go to www.themoviebrothers.com. Brothers, not brothers. If you go brothers, you will not get there.
Yeah, it's not us.
Moviebrothers.com. Check it out. And back to Ant's point about the Facebook page, check that out as well. Ant and I will routinely do special promotions and giveaways and things of that nature. And that's your opportunity to get free movie passes, so on and so forth. So come check it out.
On all social media. That's right. Great point. Thanks for bringing that up. Hey, listen, I'm Ant. This is Kev. We are the Movie Brothers. And this is the place, the one and only place, where we bring you nothing but the real on the real. Hey.